Hello everyone, welcome to another Snoods video. Yeah, obviously this is a Snoods video because we're doing something random and weird, but very near and dear to me and Snide's heart. You may have heard of Blender, the 3D software. If you're very cool, you may have heard of the Blender Institute's Open Movie Projects, which are a whole series of short film projects that they have made to show off what Blender can do, going all the way back to 2006, I think. Six, right? Snides is obviously been a big user of Blender for many years, and we've both been very big fans of the movies that Blender has put out. Been following them for a long time, particularly the ones late 2000s, early 2010s. A lot of nostalgia from watching those back in the day. We found that someone had actually made a tier list of Blender open movies on Tier Maker. Doesn't quite have all of them, it doesn't have a couple of the latest ones, but we'll add them in ourselves. And so we thought, let's tier list the Blender movies. And if you haven't watched these, this is a spoiler-free video, I think. Spoiler-free!
You probably don't have to add spoilers.
Guys, these movies are like 5 minutes each on average. If Go watch them, or skip to the end, see which ones we rate high, and watch the ones we rate high. Seriously though, these movies, some of these movies are only like a minute and a half long.
Yeah.
Takes like under 2 hours to watch everything. Definitely check them out if you are interested. There may be spoilers in this video. There may be spoilers in this video.
Yeah.
We've got very simple categories. We've got masterpiece, great, good, average, bad. Basically masterpiece, it's Pixar quality. Great, it's Disney quality. Good, DreamWorks quality. Average, Illumination. Bad, it's Pinocchio, A True Story. The first one that came out, Elephant's Dream, back in 2006.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but the main issue is the story is a bit understandable and random, and it doesn't really have one, I guess.
Very weird choice for their first open movie. For a 2006 indie animated movie, visually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's got a very cool visual style, and there's some interesting ideas and themes in it. It doesn't exactly make a lot of sense. I think there's somewhat interesting ideas and themes that I would love to see explored in more depth in something, but Elephant's Dream it feels like a tech demo more than anything.
I guess mostly, yeah.
Also, the emo voice actor, Proog, the old guy in the movie, I'll put a picture of him up. Proog, he sounds good. I think he does a good performance. Emo's voice acting is not good. I would say this is...
It's probably a good or an average, I'd say.
Again, I saw this back in the day. Nostalgia wants to say good. I'd say high average. Big Buck Bunny is, I think, rewatching Big Buck Bunny, I had not seen it for years. Big Buck Bunny is actually the one, because I always remember it being like simple, but very solid and entertaining. But what you're gonna get is like, it's still good. It's still good, but I don't think it's not great. It's not. I find actually a lot of the other ones are far more interesting to me as like an adult, I guess.
It's definitely probably one of the simpler ones, really.
I think it's pretty solid. I think there's nothing really wrong with it. I just don't love it as much as I did. I'd say
it'd be like a good, I think. Very good.
High good. I don't know if I'd say Big Buck Bunny is great, and it has aged a little bit. Like it looks pretty good.
Nothing looks like terrible in it.
Nothing looks terrible. Also, I always was a little creeped out by Big Buck Bunny's design. Like he's a little weird looking. Pretty fun though, pretty fun.
Big Buck Bunny is basically just the movie you show if you want to show a non-copyrighted movie on a TV or on a media player or something, isn't it?
There you go. Perfect. Okay, this next one has a very, very special place in my heart. Sintel, one of my favorite movies. I am incredibly biased towards Sintel. Yeah. Did rewatch it. I've never cried at this movie. I don't think other people have. Oh, it's just so special. It's such a unique, special, like the art direction for it. And the art direction for it is by my favorite artist, David Revoir. So obviously I'm biased again there. It's just so cool. The way everything looks and like the story. It's just a beautiful movie. I'm talking a lot. What are your thoughts on?
Yeah, I mean it's a very good movie. It's I guess it's darker than the previous ones, except Elephant Dream. Obviously, that was Elephant Dream was a bit
Darker than
dark.
Big Buck Bunny. It has dragons.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a fantasy movie, which is I like, obviously.
Oh man, it's such. I would say Sintel is a
probably.
masterpiece.
And it has a song in it, I guess. None of the other
Oh my
three has
gosh,
a song.
the song, the credit song, also great. Love that. Everything about it is so good. Tears of Steel is one I always thought was really weird when I watched it years ago, but rewatching it, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very good visually. It's one of the only
Live
one.
action, yeah, live action with the focus more on live action special effects and like putting live action actors into a CGI world, yeah, which is interesting experiment. It's weird, a little ambiguous as to what actually happens or what's going on. It's sort of like funny. It's sort of like kind of dark, but kind of funny at the same time. It's like something freaking bizarre, like the guy is like old and he has to like go back in time, like simulate going back in time with his girlfriend who's now a robot and convince her that he's not creeped out by the fact she has a robotic arm. It's so weird, but
Yeah.
I honestly kind of like it. Having seen it recently, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool movie. The guy drinks some juice at the end, so that's good.
I drank some mango juice at the end.
I'd probably say this was like a good maybe.
Would you put it above Big Bug Bunny? Do you think it's better than
It's
Big Bug
certainly
Bunny?
not as well known as Big Buck Bunny by any means.
Yeah, there's parts of it I like more, but I think Big Bug Bunny is just honestly more solid. Like, if I was showing my friends Blender movies, I'd probably show them Big Bug Bunny over Tears of Steel, because I just don't want to, like, weird them out. Now, this list has the 3 Caminandes movies. Now, they are technically 3 separate productions, but it's like 6 minutes together.
Yeah.
Do we rate these separately or all as one? I was going to do the Caminandes as one.
We could probably do them, yeah.
We could probably do them as one. Pretty solid series.
They were pretty cool, yeah.
Similar to the Big Bug Bunny, where it's like a animal suffering, funny cartoon animal suffering misfortune.
The third one is probably the least for that. It's just him running around.
I think it's a good concept that's like pretty well done, and the humor's pretty good. The later ones visually look pretty good as well.
Yeah.
I'd probably put it above Elephant's Dream because I like it more as a movie. It feels entertaining compared to Elephant's Dream, which still feels like a more of a tech demo than anything else.
Probably, I'd always say that I probably like the third one the most because it's visually the best.
I think this is the order I would put the Caminandes in. I'd put them all in good. Cosmos Laundromat.
This is pretty cool.
Context to Cosmos Laundromat. It is the pilot for what was going to be the Blender Institute's first full feature-length open movie. Didn't happen, unfortunately. Kind of disappointing because it would have been quite an interesting movie.
Yeah.
It looks really great. It's interesting, depending on how interesting you find sheep wanting to gaming themselves in Minecraft, then getting sucked into a friggin' washing machine tornado by some ginger Ed Sheeran looking dude with a wristwatch. Like, I'm gonna leave this more with you. You probably have more opinions on this. I don't really have a lot of I don't have a lot of opinions on the Cosmos Laundromat pilot.
Probably say this was good.
Better than Tears.
Well, it's not really a full story, so probably below Tears of Steel.
Right. I'd almost put it above Tears of Steel because I like the tone and presentation of it, but yeah, it's not a complete story. Operation Barbershop is great.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
I saw a comment that described it perfectly. It's like he's like Johnny English, but not completely incompetent.
It's probably a great.
I would agree. It is good. Again, it was supposed to be a full-length movie, which I think would be really cool, but again, hasn't happened yet. But boy, it is fun. It is fun. It is a really fun thing, and looks really good. Really well animated. Now, this may be a hot take. Glass half is...
All right.
How long is that? 3 minutes?
Not very
2.5?
long.
This is... Personally, I think this is a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is so well put together. It is such a distinctive style, and it's just such a fun story told without any intelligible dialogue. Because, they talk in, like, weird mumble language.
Simon and whatever Charlie Brown talking, I guess.
Yeah,
language.
basically. For its length, it's just so much fun. I think that's a masterpiece.
Probably not above Sintel, obviously, but yeah, very good. I wouldn't rate it above Sintel, but it is good, yes.
I wouldn't put it in a rubber centile, but I think it's really, really good. Dweebs.
I mean, nothing happens in it. I've almost put it in bad, but it looks quite cool. So I don't know if I put it in bad.
It's got kind of a cool visual style, but it's like 1 minute long. It's like This thing is literally 1 minute long, and you're like, what even happens? It's 1 minute long, and I can't even describe what happens.
He spits something.
He spits some stuff with a chicken or something.
I don't know.
We have nothing else in bad. If I had to put anything in bad, it would be this. Hero.
It also has no dialogue, but it looks pretty cool.
Kind of cool story and looks cool. It looks like Legend of Korra.
I bet, yeah.
I like the style. It's all 2D. Well, no, it's not all 2D.
It has some 3D elements, definitely.
It has some 3D elements, but it's mostly 2D hand-drawn animation using the Blender grease pencil, which is... Don't know why they had to show you could do 2D animation in Blender. I don't know of anyone who uses Blender for 2D animation, but I guess they proved their point.
Just as good as anything else, probably.
I guess so, yeah.
The story is cool, but like, I don't know, it's not super interesting, really.
Where would you put it in our good category?
Probably right at the end, I think, right?
Right at the end, yeah. Below Caminandes.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know if you're the biggest fan of Spring. I rewatched Spring, and story is very simple, but it's such a beautiful movie. Again, okay, art concept by David Ravar, my favorite artist of all time, so obviously biased. But it's such a beautiful movie, and the character design is good.
Possibly great.
For me, it'd be like a very soft grade. Mostly just for like visuals and art design and like art direction and everything. Mostly. There is a cute dog in it.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Coffee Run is the next one that...
I'd probably say that's an average one.
I've only watched it once. It's kind of a cool like concept. If it was a video game, I would think it was like a cool looking video game I wanted to play. I didn't quite get like there was a lot of like themes I guess it was about. I didn't quite get them. I didn't quite get if it was like what is it about?
It's like about life, isn't it?
Life. I didn't quite get like what it was trying to say. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just dumb, but I didn't get what it was really trying to say. Visually interesting, but like I said, it looks like a visually interesting video game. If it was a video game, I'd be like, hey, that looks cool, I want to play that. But as a movie, it's like, it feels like one of those things that's like trying something new but doesn't really work. For me, at least. I don't know. I'd be going average for Coffee Run. Then the next one is Sprite.
And it's very good, yeah.
Sprite is pretty freaking good. I was not ready for that movie. Oh my gosh, that is... Whoa. Yes, you have to see Sprite. If you're okay with seeing some messed up stuff, God, you have to see Sprite. I'd probably put Sprite in great.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be a masterpiece, but it's very good.
I don't think it would be masterpiece, but I'd say great. I'd probably put it I'd say just below Agent 327, above Spring. They're all British as well. A lot of the movies, you notice, they have Dutch voice actors. They have Dutch voice actors, and you can kind of tell. Oh boy, I was not ready for Sprite. God damn it, though, I'm never going to be able to look at Smurfs the same way again. And the latest one, Charge.
Yeah, it's quite good. I don't know if it's a great though.
I like the ending. The ending is it's got a nice ending. Besides that, just kind of like it feels like a the rest of it sort of feels like a modern sci-fi action game trailer. I don't know. I'd say it's good. Just doesn't really stand out a whole lot. The action scenes in Charge are pretty good.
Look, the hair is pretty good in that. I'd say probably the best hair in any of them. I guess I'd probably put it between Caminandes and Hero.
There we go. If any of you had any idea what we were talking about through this whole thing, if you were like, I've seen that, good for you. You have seen cinema. Okay? Stop watching Marvel movies and spend like 2 minutes watching Caminandes. The Llama Drama, the true greatest movie of all time.
It's like Llama Drama, then Grand Llama or something.
Lamigos or something. It's great. Man, I just these movies are just such a special place in my heart. I don't know. I'm a hipster, okay? Of course I'm gonna like some indie open source movies. Duh. I remember watching these back in like 2012, 2013. Yeah, look, if you're at all interested, go and check these out. They're all available on YouTube. Just like look them up. Look up Blender Open Movies. You can watch them all on YouTube. They're recommended. They're like 10 to 15 minutes each at the long ones. So it's not a big time commitment. they're barely longer than our videos, honestly.
Some of our videos are longer than all of these.
Yeah. But thanks very much for watching. Check out our main channel for art videos. You have a good one.